Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Unit-06. Here you will find everything from your favorite characters, from anime, series, or movies, such as figures, statues, trading cards, and other limited special edition items. I will show you everything that is included. For example, we will discuss the design of the box, how it's packaged, the design of the figure, the articulation points, the accessories that are included, and we will see our favorite characters in special scenes. And you never know, you might see other characters make special guest appearances, so you can decide whether it's worth getting or not. Subscribe and join me on new weekly adventures. Now let's start the show. Let's go. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Unit-06 and today I just decided to go to McDonald's and get me a #1 value meal, which is basically a Big Mac with some large fries and a large drink. So usually when you go to McDonald's, it comes in a brown paper bag similar to the one you see here, except this one is slightly different because it's got the handles on it, and because it was a large order, I guess they used this one to reinforce the bag, but this is technically the one that they usually use for deliveries. So let's go check out the burger. I'm really excited and I'm also super hungry. So let's check it out. Since I got the Big Mac meal, the Big Mac is inside this box. So looking at the box on the front side, it's got the big McDonald's logo. Then if you can see it at the top, it says Big Mac, and it's basically a silhouette or a cartoon drawing of the Big Mac. So you can see the sesame bun, the patty, the lettuce, and then towards the bottom you kind of see the cheese. Then it fades in. The box is not that big actually. Usually, like you see here, it's got the lettuce kind of leaking out, and then obviously since this is greasy food, you can see the grease stains all over the box. But nevertheless, it does smell really good, and hopefully it will taste just as good as it smells. So let's go and check it out because I'm really starving right now. Well, it looks really good, but this burger looks really different than what I was expecting. Kind of makes me wonder what similar situation to the French fries. Now that I think about it, the French fries look really weird as well. I wonder what's going on here. Let's check it out. It looks really weird. I've never seen French fries look like this. And trust me, I go to McDonald's very often. They don't look like the regular ones that I normally get. I wonder if they taste the same too. So I'm not sure what's exactly going on here. So let's go deep dive more and investigate. Let me check on that burger though. Now I'm starting to wonder, did I get the wrong order? These are 3 characters from Evangelion that are impersonating the French fries, the Big Mac, and a fountain drink from McDonald's. Looking at the front of the box, you can see the cutout where all 3 figures are. Then on the side you have the logo of Evangelion. So I'm not gonna be one that pretends to know everything about Evangelion, but I do know stuff about McDonald's. So when I saw this collaboration, it was just something that I had to have. Coming around the back side, it shows you all 3 figures on how they transform into their respective robots. Especially since, if you think about it, McDonald's at Japan has this as the special collaboration, but the one in the US has got Pokemon. Here's a top view of the box just so you could see what is in there. So it looks like it says elevator open, and then you have the French fries, the burger, and the drink, and then you have something on the inside. So looking at the bottom of the box, you have the Evangelion logo, and then you also have the McDonald's. So this is Evangelion celebrating the 30th anniversary. So this is something really special. When you pick up this special set, it comes in this special plastic bag, so I'm not really sure what it says. If someone out there knows what it says, please let me know in the comments. But the only thing I can say here is that it says limited edition. And here's the back side of the same plastic bag, so I'm very sure it says the exact same thing as the front side said. Here's the rest of the design of the box. Once you remove the blister pack, as you can see, it still has the spot holders for the French fries, the Big Mac, and the soft drink. If you look on the roof side, it looks like the kind of like the inside of an elevator. Overall, looking at the layout of the box, it seems to have a theme of an elevator where these 3 machines are coming in, and then the elevators are supposed to open the doors to show the mechanical humanoids. I really like the presentation. It's really good for something unexpected, especially coming as a collaboration from McDonald's. I feel like the presentation is really good. The 3 Evangelion characters are packaged in one giant blister pack. So here you can see the overall content of all 3 figures. They really look amazing and they have a decent size and a decent weight. I thought it was gonna feel like very light, but this package has some decent weight to it. So again, bear with me, I don't really know the names of the characters, but I think in the first one, the one that is the Big Mac, I believe this is Unit-01. So it shows you how to transform them. Then the next one for the French fries, this is Unit-02. Then we get into Unit-00, which I believe that's Unit-0. That one looks really complicated, but we'll see how it goes. And that is all for the instructions. So for starters, we will start with Unit-2. At least I believe that's what it is. And like I mentioned to you earlier, I don't have any knowledge or history of these Evangelion characters. This is just something that really caught my eyes, and I really want to be a fan of the show and get to know more details of these characters and all that. So this is the first one, and it's McDonald's French fry form. Overall, looking at the size of the McDonald's carton and the figure, I would say this is the equivalent of a large fry. If you remember back in the day, McDonald's actually had a super size, but obviously they got rid of it. But man, if you was around that time, getting a supersized meal was the best. It just brings back a lot of memories there. But now you're limited with small, medium, and large. And I think they even had the extra small, which is now the kids meal. And I think they also had it part of the dollar menu, if you remember back then. Let me know in the comments what do you think of this French fries for Unit-2. At least that's what I think the character is. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I know some people out there that are watching this particular video are hardcore Evangelion fans, so I'm gonna rely on you guys to set me straight, because I have no idea. It's part of learning. Here's the 2 sets of the fries. So you have the Evangelion fries, and then you have the regular McDonald's ones. As you can see, it looks like the one from Evangelion might have been a medium size, but if I remember correctly, McDonald's medium sized fries come in the white container with the yellow McDonald's sign. So in this one, you can kind of see that the Evangelion fries are a little bit wider than the regular ones that we get, but the height makes the difference, as you can see here. The McDonald's one is a lot taller than the one from Evangelion. Other than that, they look pretty much similar. So in this one, transforming them was a lot easier. It was just basically just pulling the legs fully down and then getting the arms from in front of the French fries and then bringing the back piece down. Honestly, this one was pretty simple. I gave it 1 out of 10 in the transformation difficulties. But I do like this one. This one looks kind of sharp actually. It's got all that red there. As far as articulation points and joints go, you can't really do much with the legs. I think the legs don't even move. I think they only go up and down. He does have a little bit of side movement. The 2 little sections there that attach from the knees, kind of like the size of the French fry holder, those do move. Then you have the arms. So this one's pretty much fixed with right angles for arms. And then it's got that feature where you can attach the French fry lance, I think. It's not even a sword. At first I thought it was a sword, but now I think it looks more like a lance. So it's got that feature where you could attach it, and then if you wanted to, you could attach the shield from Unit-0. And again, these are the McDonald's fries. Too bad he doesn't smell like the fries. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. This one, I mean, Evangelion, I mean, these figures, they look like aliens, really. And maybe that's what the theme is to go for. But this one, out of all of them, this one looks really more alien. But he does look nice. I do like what they did with the figure here. Follow me on IG at Titandel86. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comments. I honestly personally think that this special collaboration between Evangelion and McDonald's should have just been worldwide, not just restricted to Japan. The next one I believe is Unit-01. So this one is portraying a Big Mac. And this one you can see the double patties, the lettuce, the cheese. Obviously it's missing the Big Mac sauce, and it also has the special trademark bun that is in the middle. And honestly, this is basically the #1 meal from McDonald's, at least in the US. And again, there isn't much details here. It's a very simple design of a burger. And honestly, to me, when you eat it, I like to add the extra Big Mac sauce on it, because on some of the sections it becomes very dry, which at some point it does tend to get messier, because at that point the patties are sliding all over the burger, but it's still enjoyable. Let me know in the comments if you are a Big Mac fan. Again, this is a special collaboration between McDonald's and Evangelion. So this is special at the end of the day. If you remember, and I believe back in the day, I think it was like in the 90s or whatever, McDonald's did a similar collaboration with Transformers, where the fries, the Big Mac, and the drink were also interchangeable robots. But in that one, I think they were a lot smaller than what we're seeing here. So what I have a feeling they did is they took the same formula and the same designs, and they just made them bigger and made it dedicated to Evangelion. Here's a side-by-side comparison between a real Big Mac and the Evangelion Big Mac. As you can see, I really wish they made them the same size as the Evangelion one, because in that one you get way more than what you're actually getting. As you can see here, it seems like it's almost 3/4 smaller than the Evangelion one. So the Big Mac is not so big. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think. But likeliness, it looks pretty much spot on. I think the only thing that they could have thrown in there were the pickles, and then probably a little Big Mac sauce on the side. So this is Unit-01 in its transformation form. Overall, changing him from the Big Mac into the humanoid robot form, I would say in the difficulty level, I would give it a 5 out of 10. And the reason I say that is because I try to follow the instructions step by step, and they just didn't make sense. If you notice in the video, I just started pulling the sections apart just to try to give them the humanoid shape form, and that was kind of what I used as the guide to help me align to what you see here. One giant flaw that I see out of this one, as you can see, is very difficult to balance, because half of the foot is inside the burger and the other half isn't. So in theory, I would say it would have worked, but the problem is because you have the lettuce that is not a flat surface, it kind of gives it this rocky feeling. That's why the arms are more towards the front, just to kind of balance what the burger portions of it is doing in the back. I think that's more of a design flaw on the figure itself, which at that point they should have just made like a flat lettuce piece, or just had the burger bun completely be behind the foot. And looking at the figure, the only movable joint you have is basically by the legs. The knees doesn't have any really. They might rotate just because that was part of the transformation. And then the same thing for the arms. The arms, they only move at the shoulder and then a little bit by where the elbows would be. And then that's the other thing is, if you bring the arms fully down, then you have the two sections of the hamburger crashing into the other portions that are by the feet. I think they could have integrated the robot features with the hamburger features a little bit better. The last one I have here is Unit-00. So this is supposed to be the fountain drink of who knows what's in it. I know from McDonald's you can get Coca-Cola products. You could also get the sweet teas, which they're really good, and sometimes they're actually super sweet, but you could also get unsweetened tea. So in this one you have the big M logo on the cup. So right now, right off the bat, you can tell that McDonald's at Japan is doing it way better than the one in the US. You always have those special figures, and this is a particular special set that is restrictive by the region. So not many people will be able to get a hold of these unless you get them through second retail market, which at that point you're probably going to be overpaying, but that's the name of the game, especially when you have collaborations like these that are only limited to certain regions. But honestly, they did get a really good collaboration over there at Japan. And then if you look at the top, you can see all the little tiny details, kind of like where the straw would go, and then whatever type of beverage you got, if you remember from the slits, like a little present to kind of signify which one's the Coca-Cola, which one's the Sprite, which one's the tea, and so forth. So I like how they went into that little details to give you that versus just creating a generic top. So kudos for that. Overall, I'm really liking the figures. They look really nice, and they're very simple designs as well, so they're not over the top. So here's how the drinks square off. So you can kind of see that the Evangelion figure is almost equivalent of a large size cup. Obviously, it doesn't look similar to the regular McDonald's cup that we're normally used to, and that is because at this time they're running a special promotion of Angel Reese, which is just a special run that McDonald's is currently doing at this point. So you can kind of see that the cups don't really match, but if we had one, I'm pretty sure it would have been very spot on to the Evangelion equivalent. It seems that over the years, McDonald's has had more preference towards the translucent cups, similar to the one you see on the right side, especially when they're running promos, such as this one. And now we get to the fountain drink. This is basically the McDonald's cup. So this one, I really like the design cues on this one. I like how the orange and the white really mix in this one. I don't know why, but I'm really liking that shield with the McDonald's cup there. This one's really cool, actually. I want to say really this one's my favorite one out of the three. To transform this one from the soda cup into this humanoid robot, it was pretty easy. I say this one was the 1 out of 10 in the difficulty level. You could basically see how all the other pieces are supposed to go. So this one was very easy. So as far as the levels, I want to say that unit number 1 was the most difficult one to transform, followed by unit number 2 and then unit 0. This one's actually pretty cool, and I still like the details from the McDonald's cup, especially that giant M in the front. And the other thing is this one also has the feature so you could attach that lens from the French fry. The only articulating point that this one has is the joint by the shoulder for the arms, and the feet don't rotate or move or anything. The feet are pretty much just stand still. You can move them by the knees, but only sideways. That's about it. Well, this one looks really clean. I'm really liking it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on this collaboration between McDonald's and Evangelion. Here's an overall image of the three characters, just simulating how it would normally come in a meal. So you had the Big Mac in the middle, the fries on the side, kind of leaning down, because I don't know about you guys, but those fries are very difficult to get them to stand up. So they're always laying down with the fries halfway out into the tray. Then you have the drink on the side. So honestly, this is making me very hungry. Realistically, I really like what they have done here on this special collaboration. And this is McDonald's and Evangelion, and it's really nice to see something like this versus the standard ones, because if you look at the stuff that comes now from McDonald's or even Burger King or Wendy's or any other fast food chain, they have really gone down on the quality or even what they offer for these kids meals, or in this term the Happy Meal, right? So that is kind of McDonald's equivalent of the kids meal. It's the Happy Meal for those of you that are not aware of. But honestly, seeing this special collaboration, and I think for this one between McDonald's and Evangelion in Japan, one thing that they did is these weren't just available going to McDonald's and ordering a Happy Meal. In contrast to the scene in the US with McDonald's and Pokemon collaboration, this one was released as a lottery sale. So, and obviously looking at it, this is something that is special, and honestly I'm happy and lucky to get my hands on this particular set, because I'm pretty sure it's very difficult to get. Now I really wish I had the McDonald's Transformers of these variants, just to have them as a reference. That would have been pretty neat. Too bad I don't have them. So this is what all three of them look like once you transform them from their McDonald's to their Evangelion characters. And they look really good actually, and I know it's kind of gimmicky and all that, but honestly they're really fantastic. And the other thing that I wasn't expecting was the size of these figures. I thought there was going to be like the tiny ones, like the ones you normally get from a fast food restaurant like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, any restaurant that has the kids meals. Their toys are usually really tiny and small, but these are decent size. They're actually the same size as some of the figures that we have here on this particular channel. I like that you can interchange them between the fast food variant and then into these Evangelion mechanical beams, and they look really sharp honestly. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite one, and also let me know which one had the better design overall. And like I said, the French fry and the shield from the McDonald's cup, you can interchange them into any of one of these characters. Honestly, this is really something special. I really like this special collaboration, of McDonald's and Evangelion celebrating the 30th anniversary. This is something amazing, and I'm glad that I was able to get my hands on this particular set. It's really nice, so if you're lucky to get one, I suggest go for it. This is something that will probably be remembered and sought out later in the future. This is all I have for you today. If you like what you have seen, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Thank you and bye. And someone please let me know what's up with the patty bun and that hexagonal shape thing. I'm really curious to know what that's all about. Let me know in the comments.